Thank you, Senator Murphy, and all of my colleagues for leaning in at this additional critical moment. This is the United States of America, where since the beginning we have protected free speech. That's why we're here today, because we have a president and an administration that has been weaponizing the government against their critics, plain and simple. An attorney general who is vowing to prosecute Americans for what she alone deems hate speech. A president who threatens a reporter with prosecution for asking a question about that. And Donald Trump personally suing the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal for publishing stories that he doesn't like. And just last night, ABC announcing they're pulling down Jimmy Kimmel's show following the pressure from the chairman of the FCC. Now, what happened to Jimmy Kimmel last night, and Stephen Colbert for that matter, isn't just about one comedian or one television personality or any one network. It's about whether we as Americans still have the freedom to laugh at those in power, to question authority, and to tell the truth without fear of retribution. Now, history shows us that when leaders start silencing entertainers and journalists and critics, it's not because they're strong, it's because they're weak. So we have to ask, what is this administration afraid of? They're afraid of accountability, plain and simple. They're afraid of being questioned and their record being held up to the light. Because when the record is exposed on health care, on the economy, on corruption, they know the American people won't stand for it. And so make no mistake, they are looking for excuses to crack down on dissent. I'm proud to represent California, and California knows these efforts far too well. We've seen Trump respond to overwhelmingly peaceful protests in Southern California to federalize and send in National Guard troops and then deploy the Marines into an American city. We see it today as Donald Trump is trying to extort UCLA and other universities for not following in line with his agenda. And I experienced it personally when I had the audacity to ask a question at a press conference with the Secretary of Homeland Security and was thrown to the ground and handcuffed. So today, it's no surprise that the Trump administration is using the horrific assassination of Charlie Kirk last week to justify its latest crackdown. And we have all denounced that assassination. We have all denounced political violence in all its forms anywhere in our country. Now, you could disagree with just about everything he stood for, or agreed with him for that matter, but in the spirit of Charlie Kirk, he came to debate. And he was proud to say so. He came to debate and to exercise his right to free speech, no matter how controversial. So we're here to help protect that right for all Americans through legislation to prevent the President of the United States from punishing people for constitutionally protected speech. Because the day that we stop fighting for our rights is the day that we lose them. And we're not going to go quietly. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, Senator Murphy.
Thanks, Alex.